Just a quick add-on to that, that oftentimes we see abusers as men that are out of control, that they have no control over themselves, and he just loses it. But they are very much in control, and that's what women have to understand. They're very much in control. That evening when I called Denise's house, he stopped immediately. So he's in control. They know exactly what they're doing.
It's never his real doll figure being tossed around the room, right? It never goes into his big screen TV. It's always a very controlled thing.
Thank you. I think now we're just going to open questions to the audience if anyone has any. If not, we're going to conclude for the day.
I just want to ask, like, is it something physically or psychological in women? Because I've heard, I don't know if it's like back or not, but I've heard that women go off and go on abusive relationships without it. So is it...
Actually, approximately 30% of women will have another abusive relationship. And if you look at those women, there's a significant number who have never had any kind of therapy or treatment. And I think that happy, healthy, well-adjusted people have happy, healthy, well-adjusted relationships. And I think that there's also an element of, I think that predators sense weakness, right? It's the antelope and the lion that there are just some things that people can tell if she's been done.
I'll just say, and as with Tanya, you probably see that all the time, there are a number of different reasons why women stay. And there are many women that I've worked with and who go on to have, you know, healthy, wonderful relationships, and there are women who you know, fall into the same situation, and there are women we see come back to the shelter, you know, 5 times, 6 times, not until they're ready. They have to be ready to want to leave, regardless of what I say, regardless of the support that we provide, regardless of, you know, all the services that we lay in front of the woman and say, this is all for you. We can help you, and we can help you facilitate this. They have to be ready to leave, and not until they're ready they will leave. But there are a number of different reasons why women don't leave. And as Sandra mentioned, you know, her reason was probably to change him. Another reason could be financially. Another reason could be, you know, the isolation, the control, and so on and so forth. So there's a number of different reasons why women don't leave.
If that's all you know, and you don't know anything else, that's what you're going to go with. And many of the women I've worked with came from abusive relationships. I remember one in particular. I used to have the potlucks at my home when I did the Women's Substance Abuse Project. One of the women, she's a cocaine user, but she was sort of half-assed in recovery. She came early one night, and she was bandaged from here to Kingdom Come. And I said, what happened? And she said, last night I slammed the fridge door too loud. My partner took at me with his hunting knife and cut her all over. But she said, Judith, he was kind enough to take me to the emergency room to make sure I get patched up. Well, the other women from the project were starting to come in the door, and I didn't really say too much because I would have just blown up. And she went in the living room and she started telling them the story, and I was in the kitchen listening, and I heard the woman say, you've got to be kidding. And they just took her on. And she said, just a minute, I love him. I want to have a baby by him. Well, I just waited while a tornado happened in my living room, because that was her mindset. This was all she was worth. That's all she was worth as a woman, to have a man who would take his hunting knife to her because she slammed the fridge door too loud. And then she had all sorts of stitches all over the place. I have no idea what happened to her. Wish I did know.
I think there might have been one more question. Maybe? No?
Oh, it's answered.
Okay, well, we're kind of out of time for today, but thank you for your questions and your attendance. And thank you very much to our panelists. They deserve a round of applause.